I want to bring to you other ways that you can consider to use as a guide going forward, and how you select your career. So if you don't know where to start, use this video, start here, and let's hit the target on the mark as we go through. All right, welcome to Engrs World. Remember to like, comment, subscribe as we talk about stories of professionals and people in general. Our story can be your story, my story can be your story. Today, we're going to talk about how life can be like throwing darts. I have a bunch of darts here laid out, and you never know which one is hit or miss. You don't know where to start from, where to go. But as long as you have something in your hand, you have a direction, you actually know what to do and how to move forward. So today, let's talk about how to select a career. Talked about where you're going to start from in high school, when you get to college, and after college. So as we talk about this, let's see. Where you start from in high school is, you have guidance counselors that will talk you through what they think are your strong skill sets, what they think you should consider going forward, what they think you're good at. But only you will know what you think you're good at, what you like, what your hobbies are, what you have done coming forward as a kid and getting to high school. So let's say you started out playing a lot of computer games. So that will mean you're good at visualizing things in 3D space. You're good at especially if you're very good at first person shooter games. You're pretty good at what we call in engineering world analytical tasks. So as you talk to your guidance counselor, they're going to tell you what they think you should do, but I want to bring to you other ways that you can consider to use as a guide going forward, and how you select your career. So if you don't know where to start, use this video, start here, and let's hit the target on the mark as we go through. Okay, so if you are good at art, right? You want to know what the future potential of the art field is. Talking to your guidance counselor is a good idea, but also getting full formal training in art in the form of a college degree is also a great idea. So you want to know what in the art field will help you as you go forward to actually be able to take care of yourself, make money, and hopefully grow to have a family, buy a house, cars, and everything else that will make your life easier. So that's one field is art, right? But the next one, let's talk about STEM fields. STEM fields in general has to do with a bunch of different physical sciences and engineering degrees, from being a doctor to being even becoming a lawyer as well. Also, it's associated with STEM. So where do you get started? First, understand what you like. Let's get this straight. It's just throwing a dart in the air. You never know how it's going to turn out in the future, but you want to know what the salary of the different options are. All right, you want to know what salary of electrical engineers are, mechanical engineers, chemical engineers, petroleum engineers, lawyers, doctors. There's different specialties in the medical field. There's different options in the legal field as well. There's real estate law, there's family law, there's patent law. Patent law has to do with inventions. If you like to create things, you can become a patent lawyer. What's very important is understanding what the future potential is and what the salaries of the different fields are. So we're going to talk about the different rankings and the different starting salaries as we go through. So I have this chart here that talks about the different fields of study and shows the different salaries. And this is from the National Center for Education Statistics. You can get it on their website, nces.ed.gov/program/COE/PDF. And it talks about median annual earnings of 25 to 29-year-old bachelor degree holders. The highest is electrical engineering. Electrical engineering is starting out, if you graduate from college at the age of, let's say, 23, typically people will graduate at the age between the ages of 22 to 24, depending on how long it takes you to work through the program. But you need to understand that these are actual lucrative fields, and you will get a job immediately coming out of electrical engineering and the different STEM fields. So electrical engineering is the highest, followed by mechanical engineering. Electrical engineering is 78,700 starting out. Mechanical engineering is 74,000. Other engineering fields such as civil, industrial engineering, chemical engineers are around 70,500. Computer science is along the same order, 70,000. General engineering is 68,000. And then you start getting into other math-related fields such as finance, economics, accounting, and that's in the 60,000 range. And so you can see, my point has always been that STEM is lucrative. You can be comfortable starting out from college with these kind of salaries. And as things get more expensive, as inflation goes up, you need good paying jobs, right? And a good paying job exists in STEM. Unemployment rates of other fields is pretty high as well. I'm encouraging you to seriously consider STEM and seriously look into what the starting salaries are and the future salaries of the fields that you want to select. 5 years from now, 10 years from now, 15 years from now, what will your salary be? Now that we're done talking about the different salaries and the different tasks, different fields in STEM, what I would like to leave you with or continue to talk about is what else to think about, what else to look at, what else to consider as you go through. Where you start is not always where you end, right? So it's always the beginning of what you can actually make your first big salary from, right? But as you work through, opportunities will come, especially if you have really good friends or you have really good network. You want to always keep the friends that you made from high school around you as you go through life. Your hobbies are really, really important. Always build on your hobbies. Just like that dart did not hit. Understand that. Let me talk about myself as an engineer, as an aircraft structural engineer. I started out focusing on math, and I wasn't really good at it. And then I eventually learned how to do math, and I worked my way through, and got to college. Picked aerospace engineering as my degrees. And in college, I met a professor that inspired me. The way he was inspirational to me was he came into the department always dressed really well. All right, he had really nice shoes on. He was always clean cut, and drove really nice cars. So I wanted to find out more about what he did, and I figured out what classes he was teaching. He was teaching aircraft structural classes. So I sat in all his classes and took his classes, and I researched what the starting salary of aircraft structural engineers are, and I also looked at what the salary of an aircraft structural engineer will be 5 years from now, 10 years from now. And as I went through, when I started working after college as a structural engineer, aircraft structural engineer, everything matched up to exactly what I researched. And as I was working and going through, I met people that talked to me about other aspects of my field. And they explained to me that I could become a contractor, and becoming a contractor has allowed me to do what I do now, has allowed me to expand my hobbies. My hobbies right now are, games, cars, fashion, and acting, podcasts, and everything else. Just good vibes and good energy. Anything that has to do with fun, I'm there. All right. And so I'm always meeting people that have become successful, but there was always a story behind them and how they became successful. I've come to understand that nothing has come easy to anyone. My hope and my goal going through all this is to show you that you can do it too. It's not just the entertainment industry that exists. It's not just the rap industry that exists. There's also people like myself that work very hard and become very successful. People also say that a lot of your future opportunities are where you place yourself, who you place yourself in front of, and a bit of a lot of luck, right? That is true for the most part. You never know who you're gonna meet, but as you're working through life, understanding what the potential is, understanding what you choose, working through what you choose is what's very important. Like I started off saying, that life is like throwing darts. You never know what's gonna hit, where it's gonna hit, what part of the chart, the board is gonna hit. If it hits the center on the first try, if it takes 20 tries to hit the center, what's really important is that you don't give up, you don't stop. Stick to what you like. There's nothing wrong with being really good at books or really into books. There's nothing wrong with being really good at math. There's nothing wrong with being into science fields, physics, chemistry, biology. Just stick to it. Stick to it. You can do it. We need engineers. We need doctors. We need lawyers. We need the next generation to be able to pick up where my generation leaves off, right? And this is the whole reason for this, is to encourage you to not give up and to actually join in and tap in and see where you fit in. Let me know how I can be of help to you in the comments. If you're confused about what to select, you want some direction, you want some help, some options, some guidance, talk to me. You have professionals out here, especially on my channel, that I can connect you to, and we can make this work. We can really figure out what you need, where to go, how to chop it up, how to really get into the details of where you're gonna go. So tap in, talk to me, let me know how I can help you. Again, this is Engrs World. Like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you on the next episode.